There are only 327 women included in this year's edition of the Forbes list of billionaires, which is a decrease from the previous year's total of 328. The combined wealth of these 327 women are now estimated to be $1.56 trillion, up from $1.53 trillion in the previous year. This figure includes those individuals who share their money with their husband, kids, or siblings. The majority, or 226 of these ultra-wealthy women, got their money through inheritance. And today, we will feature the top 5 richest women in the world.
Welcome to Billionista. If you love videos about luxury living, please subscribe and click the bell so you never miss a video. And don't forget to like and share too.
Number 5. Miriam Adelson. It ranks her as the 36th richest person on the planet, with a net worth of $37 billion. She was born in 1945 in Tel Aviv. In her entire life, Miriam has done a great deal, whether in business or in studies. She graduated from Tel Aviv University with a bachelor's degree in microbiology and genetics and a medical degree. Her first job out of medical school was as a resident physician. And in 1993, she opened a substance misuse treatment facility and research clinic. On the other hand, Miriam Adelson was not just a doctor who made $37 billion. Her surname isn't also unusual after all. She is the widow of Sheldon Adelson, the former CEO and chairman of the gambling business Las Vegas Sands. Las Vegas Sands was purchased by Sheldon in 1988 and converted into the cross-continental international casino that it is today, with branches in Pennsylvania, Macau, Singapore, and Las Vegas. Before his death, he was one of the wealthiest individuals in the United States with a fortune of $36.4 billion. In the event of his death, he left Miriam a $48 billion gambling business worth over half of his estate. Number 4. Julia Koch. She is the 27th richest billionaire in the world, with a net worth of $43 billion. Julia was born in 1962. She was raised on a farm in Iowa and worked at her parents' furniture store. She moved to New York in the 1980s and worked as fashion designer Adolfo's assistant. So brace yourself for a surprise, because what I'm about to reveal might leave you speechless. Julia Koch was not a fashion designer's assistant who just happened to make $43 billion. After the death of her husband, David Koch, she and her 3 children inherited $53.4 billion, which they split amongst themselves. When Julia and David first met in 1991, they were on a blind date and decided to marry each other in 1996. Julia's 3 children received 42% ownership in Koch Industries after David's death in 2019. Before we continue, I'd like to hear from you about your impressions of the female CEOs mentioned so far. Comment below and tell us what you think. I'd love to hear from you and open a discussion with you. Number 3. Mackenzie Scott. Only a few people on this list have a net worth of more than $59 billion, including her, despite the fact that she is best known for her marriage to Jeff Bezos, a very wealthy guy, and the subsequent public divorce. Mackenzie has had quite a journey. She was born in California in the year 1970. She claims to have been writing since she was 6 years old, and she's always been a fan of the art. She graduated from Princeton University in 1992 with a bachelor's degree in English literature under the tutelage of Nobel winner Toni Morrison. She earned an American Book Prize in 2005 for her debut novel, The Testing of Luther Albright, which she followed up with a second novel in 2013. She wed Jeff Bezos in 1993. Mackenzie played an important role throughout Amazon's formative years as one of Amazon's initial workers. During their separation, Bezos handed to Mackenzie a quarter of his Amazon stock, which amounted to 4% of the firm. They divorced in 2019. she has also signed the Giving Pledge, pledging to donate at least half of her own wealth to charity every year. That's no minor accomplishment. So far, in 2020, she has donated a stunning $2.8 billion to charity. Number 2. Alice Walton. She is the 17th richest billionaire in the world with a net worth of $66 billion. In 1949, she was born in Newport, Arkansas. But she grew up in Bentonville together with her 3 brothers, Rob, John, and Jim. She is Sam Walton's daughter. Hence, Alice Walton is a Walmart heiress and a member of the Walton family. Alice Walton has worked as the head of an investment bank, a stock analyst, a money manager, and a broker among other things during her career. However, unlike her brothers, she refuses to work for Walmart, preferring instead to curate art at the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art, which she launched on the spur of the moment. Formerly the world's richest lady, she was recently dethroned by our number 1 selection. Number 1. Francoise Bettencourt Meyers. She has an estimated net worth of $82.9 billion, ranking her as the world's 12th richest billionaire. In the year 1909, Eugene Paul Louis Schuler created the well-known L'Oreal company. He was both a pharmacist and a businessman, selling a product he designed and made to hairdressers. When he started his company in 1909, he dubbed it Société Française des Teinture Inoffensive pour Cheveux, which translates as French Company of Inoffensive Hair Dyes. Francoise Bettencourt Meyers is the world's richest woman as a result of her mother's first child, Lillian Henriette Charlotte Bettencourt. What is the secret to making so much money selling cosmetics? She had a complicated relationship with her mother, 2017's wealthiest woman on earth, Lillian Bettencourt. She inherited her mother's fortune when she passed, despite having once filed a criminal complaint against her mother's dearest friend, alleging that they were trying to con her mother out of millions of dollars. And now, she and her family own 33% of L'Oreal, one of the most popular beauty brands in the world. Francoise prefers to devote her time and energy to charitable causes, one of which is a $226 million donation to help rebuild Notre Dame Cathedral following the devastating fire in 2019. However, this isn't her only charitable gesture. At the moment, she serves as president and founder of the organization she established to support research in the arts and life sciences, the Foundation Bettencourt Schuler. All the while, she holds the post of chairwoman of the L'Oreal Board of Directors, a position she has held since 1997. So much work for someone with that kind of financial status. So billionistas, what are your thoughts on today's video? What would you do if you inherited several $billion? Let me know in the comments. That's it for this time. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.